Alright, Mr. Nigron here. Welcome back to the Lord of Rings to Lore Remastered. For Room to Lore Remastered. A mod from summer 2022. A game from May 2021. Okay, we will exterminate the settlement of East March. Now we need to go back to the settings. Graphic settings and change the UI size back to big. Because otherwise I can't read anything. So I'm a bit away from the TV screen. We will need to send some troops to East March so we can move out the army. We can also recruit troops. No, we can't. We need a building for that in Isengard. We need to send troops there. So we have a unit of orc raiders in the camp. We can move out the general Isengard. And then we are moving troops to Isengard. Seems we are stuck there with the rebel units blocking our path. We'll have to fight that battle against the rebel. See, we have a unit of raiders, 2 units of scouts and another unit of raiders. And we'll move the general. Attack the rebel force. Save the game in case it crashes. We'll write the Isengard 1 save. Go to settings, graphic settings, take the UI back to small. And we'll fight this battle. We have a victory seems certain ratio. We will let the AI control the allied armies. Fight the battle on the battle map. I believe it's a Dunland rebel. The Dunland guy, he rebelled probably. Looked like a Dunlanding when I looked at the unit card of the unit. So. We also have a Rowan army or force outside of the Fangon camp. They might attack there. I don't want to defend the camp. We can't even recruit there or build anything. So, but we gain some bonuses there and having generals there for a long time. But I think it's more important to have the army in Isengard to defend. We have a wall there. Don't want them to just walk in and take Isengard. It's more fine if they. It's more okay if they take the Fangon camp. Forgot to pause the recording during this loading screen. Now it's over anyway. Okay, start deployment. Should have heard that. Too bad. It was too fast. We are in a forest again. We are outside of the Fangon forest, it makes sense. Okay, I am controlling only the general, that red guard's bodyguard. Certainly do not want the general to be in Fangon camp. In the Fangon camp alone. And the Rowan army might go there. Let's start the battle.
Ha! More fighters coming in the nick. Now we can take it to the enemy.
Question is, where is the enemy? There I see enemy banner. There are my reinforcements. They are over there. Here are the reinforcements. Good. Check them out. So my unit was a Dreadguard's bodyguard. And we have a unit of Urukai scouts, another unit of Urukai scouts, and a unit of orc raiders. The workers. Isengard. Fuck that tab. Button again. Have another unit over there. We can check it too. It's an allied army. We have a unit of orc raiders, workers. That's fine. Here we have the enemy force. I think our general's bodyguard won't do anything. We want our allies to take care of the enemy. Now let's check out the enemy. Have a unit of down-landing scouts. Yeah, they revolted, rebelled. We are a down-landing force in the beginning of the campaign. I like the new heads of the down-landings, they look good. The new models. The models are completely remade. Kind of like the old heads too. But I like these guys too. Their models look good. Look improved. Here you have lean throwers. They will be slaughtered. They are Uruk-hai and Orc Raiders. Uruk-hai scouts. We have bowmen, so you can see one of the units over there. Train we need to kill off a unit that used to belong to our ally, Waldman of Dunland. It's fine. I believe that's the Orc Raiders. They will attack in melee. Decided to attack in melee. They didn't throw any spears. So these are our worst unit. The Orcs. They might lose to their unit. The animations when they kill each other is they are improved. Looks way better when the spearmen kill troops here than in the old game. Right, they really don't like the workers. So I am happy if they kill them. They are good as garrisons too. They really suck. Right, so in the movies Isengard had 10,000 Uruk-hai. One full army is about 2,000, I believe. So we would need about... I guess we would need 5 armies to have the same numbers as in the movies. 5 full armies of elite Uruk-hai would be the same number, 10,000. Take a long time to get there, I guess. See our other troops over there. The Uruk-hai scout should start firing the enemy. I like this battlefield. It was immersive. Sure, they have some long grass here too, but here at least you could see the models above the grass. The wind is immersive. So I like it. The details. You can see the arrows being fired. Let's continue. We are Uruk-hai, we will kill the humans. Sure, they used to be allies, but they are not anymore. Our Uruk-hai here, they are hungry, they want man flesh. So they will be food for our troops. Here we have an officer. Really cool officer. Uruk-hai captain. Leading that Orc Raider unit. Here we have more of them. And the scouts. I never liked the scouts, but I think the models are good. I prefer how they looked in Theodred or they look exactly like in the movies there. Here they have a unique look that doesn't look like in the movies. I mean, they look more like lords in Third Age, which I prefer. Maybe they look like this in the movies too. There were a few that looked like this, but I prefer the lords look over this. Okay. Try to kill them. We have no war gliders yet, so we can't really hunt them down. We can shoot them, probably. It's up to our ally to do that. They have the archers. Okay, archers. They do not have that long range, I guess. Even the region mod is very immersive. I also have my own sub mod, music sub mod. And some personal changes done. Add Arwen to the campaign and add the eagles to the campaign. Arwen was a hero in the Wood Elf sub mod too, with her own unique model, but only in custom battle. She looked exactly like the actor. And I believe that the eagles were there too, but I believe Dagoex told me he has his own eagles, so there are probably eagles in this version of the mod. I don't know if they are in the campaign term, or which faction has them. Probably the Free Peoples of Ariad or the Free Peoples should have them. I don't know if they are recruitable. I added them to recruitment, I believe. No, I didn't. I added them as starting units for Free Peoples. They had a few eagles from the start. If they lose them, they won't get them back. They are similar units to the Fell Beasts. The difference
We
is that
vanquished the scum, drove them from the field.
they won the battle, but the difference is that the Fell Beasts, they respawn. The Nazis, sorry, not Nazis, I mean the Nazguls, they respawn when they die, and that's not the case for eagles. They start with a few eagles, and then if they die, they lose them. Okay. We won the battle. The game can crash, but this was a smaller battle. Let's try to return to the map. I will take the risk. It wasn't a very interesting battle anyway. And the episode would be too short if we ended it here. Well, in Hyrule to War I made a 10-minute episode just because it could crash after the battle, but Hyrule is more likely than this mod, I believe, to crash after battles. At least I think so. I think this one is more stable. But it still has that issue, it can happen. But it's not as common as in Hyrule to War, I believe. Hyrule to War for Medieval 2. Classic Ultimate, the sub mod. Okay. I don't want to play too much of this game right now. I really enjoy it, I could play a lot, but because of uploading reasons I can't upload everything immediately, the same game. So I need to play some of the other mods and make different, as a gaming videos, you know, play this mod, play a different mod, and then play another one. Maybe I have 8 different mods, so I can upload 8 different videos each day. If I instead play this all the time, I would be forced to upload only videos of this mod, and I can't upload everything at once, you know. You need to wait 1 day between each video, I believe. Unless they are very short, then I might upload more than one in consecutive order. So, by the way, during the night I used the premiere feature of YouTube for the first time ever. So when you upload a video, usually you can place them in private until they have processed and become HD, and then you can make them public. In the past I just clicked on them to be public immediately when they are uploaded, which meant they were published, and then they were in very bad quality for a long time, for 2 hours or so, and then they became HD. Nowadays they never publish them unless it's finished processing. So nowadays you only get videos when they are ready with HD quality. And I started doing that in 2022, and now in 2023 I started it even more stuff. So see, I did premiere videos. When you upload a video, you can decide if it should be released immediately or if you should release it at a certain date at a certain time. When you select a date at a certain time, then there is the premiere feature, so it will have a premiere. The first official viewing will be shared with its viewers, and you can chat with others and such, and you get like news feeds saying that in 30 minutes this video will be played, and then it says now it has started playing, and then it says that it has like that it is like playing. So in essence, when you upload immediately, you get the video published immediately, and anyone who is subscribed to you will find the video in their video feeds, but might miss out on it. If you instead use the premiere feature, they will get a heads up that in 30 minutes this video will be played by this YouTuber. Then they get a heads up that it will be played, so they are warned. They are warned 30 minutes beforehand, and the chance of missing the video is none, as they get an update for each video if you have it in the premiere feature, which is you set a date and a time for it to be played. Then every one of your subscribers will automatically get info on their YouTube page saying that the YouTuber they are subscribing to is going to air the video in 30 minutes, and then when it starts airing, it will give another update, and that update is seen in the lower left corner here, lower right corner here, if you are using Google Chrome. So if they have Google Chrome, they can't miss it. Not even if they, I believe they might need to have YouTube open, but maybe not. It's enough to use Google Chrome, I think, and they get the news feed. But I could be wrong, or they need to have YouTube open, but they get the news feed in the lower right corner, and if you use a different browser you get it on the actual page of your YouTube channel, and in the update page, and if you have a phone you'll get it in the updates for the phone. So it's almost no chance you can miss it if you're interested, and if you're not busy, it might still be uploaded at a time when someone is working or doing anything else, studying. But it's difficult to miss if you get news feeds. Okay, the army can be moved, but we want to move troops. Not move that guy this time. We'll move one of them, I think.
Meat's back on the menu. Meat's back on the
Archers
menu.
will be moved. This army won.
Back on the menu. Move it.
Move them towards Isengard.
Meat's back on the menu. Move it.
Move away from the Rowan general here. Captain Fangorn. Oh, is that Treebeard? It's an Ent. Jesus. They are dangerous. You'll certainly kill this guy. Good that I moved out the general. Still constructing. What about recruitment? We can use a catapult now. We can build catapults. And we can use 4 more crossbowmen. It's better to use crossbowmen than archers. And then I think we can go for the spearmen, but we do not need that right now. What about this area? Recruitment. Still constructing, okay. What about Grima Wormtongue?
Sir.
Ah, you have moved them already. Then Army Route, yeah. Rasul. And then we leave No Mercy stated there. I can hardly read it. Okay, let's end the turn. Let's move the Diplomat. Grima Wormtongue. Down there. Here Ladris and Elrond. he can't move either. I believe Elrond, Saruman, and I believe Galadriel can't be moved unless they get the ring, at least in the original mod.
You're on.
And same with Sauron and Barad-dûr. We'll move over there. So the army here.
Listen up. Meat's back on the menu.
Move a general into this area.
Going.
Move this over here. This army will certainly move out. Because it's time to move. Oh, we have an enemy there. Take this way.
Come on. Move it.
Don't know what this is. Ah, a resource. We want to take the Foldberg too. We might problem with taking Helm's Deep is, I believe, in the original game. When you took it, Rowan spawned an entire army, maybe two. I believe at least one army, just like in the movies. So you can expect Eomer to arrive with all this Rohirrim. And if you have too few troops, they will kill the army. So we will not go for Helm's Deep, because that's a main battle. We'll pass by Helm's Deep and we'll go straight for the Foldberg.
Listen up.
Send the Uruk-hai scouts to the village of Beastmarch. There we can build now. Light Uruk spawning pit and Steward of the right hand. Let's go for the light Uruk spawning pit so we can get troops. Right, and we can't recruit any troops, of course. I can't move anymore. About Isengard we are constructing already. We'll move this army into Isengard. So it's more heavily defended. Leave the raiders in their areas in the camps. Fangorn army moved back their army. I believe it's the Free People General. Okay. If I'm not wrong, I think that the original mod, Lord of the Rings War, had the Ent as the strat. Maybe they should add that here as well. Okay, I could be wrong about that, but I think it had the Ent. Okay.
Listen up.
Sir.
Another turn. Speak to Imladris or the older elves. Actually,
Be quick. Our patience is limited.
it's impossible to read. Fuck that. Settings, graphics, UI size. Fortunately, in Room to Lore, we
Be
can speak
quick.
more than once,
Our
unlike
patience is limited.
in Medieval 2, where we can only speak once per turn, so we would have already wasted this turn. But in Room to Lore, it's fine. Oh, by the way, the Egoex had updated the 1942 to Lore 1942 for Lore Remastered. I saw that it had finished implementing all of Germany, their entire roster and all their cities. So, well, it has had some progress, but I don't know how close he is to actually finish other factions. I believe he's working on Israel Total War right now. Okay, another mod for Rome Total War. Remastered. An old mod for Rome Total War. Remade for Remaster. For the remaster version. Okay.
Let us now
map
talk
information.
reasonably.
Yeah, we will accept.
Our thanks.
We don't want a war with elves, they are OP. At least not in the beginning of the campaign. It's enough to fight Rohan. We got the elves on the map now too. As you can see, they have both Imladris and Linden. This is Linden, and this is Imladris. We made peace with the elves. They are way more happy to make peace in this version. I believe in original Rome to Lore and in Lord of the Rings of Lore for Rome to Lore Alexander. that they almost
Listen up.
always refuse any peace deals and alliances. Here, on the other hand, they seem to be willingly accepting it. I like it.
March.
Makes it easier. So yeah, I think the spawn of the army will still happen in this version. I think Dagoex has ported over most of the scripts and such, so
Listen up.
that's why we won't attack Helm's Deep until we are ready. We'll take all the other areas of Rohan first, including Edoras, because in the movies they did take areas like Folberg. I read someone in the Discord said that Isengard didn't conquer anything in the movies, but they did. There were a bunch of scenes of Isengard orcs raiding and sacking different villages. For example, there were 2 kids that had fled from a village and their parents had died or something. Anyway, point of the matter is that Isengard did conquer a bunch of villages, including probably the Folberg and East March and such. You just never saw much of it because it was a PG-13 movie, so they couldn't show off the sacking of the cities. They still showed off very short scenes of those villages being sacked. And if we recall, we can also remember that Theodred and his people left Edoras for Helm's Deep to be better protected, while the army of Isengard moved straight for Edoras. They obviously did something to Edoras and then moved from Edoras to Helm's Deep. So I would say that they laid waste to East March and Foldberg and maybe even Edoras itself, and then moved to Helm's Deep. I could be wrong about Edoras, of course, but at least they did sack and raid and pillage a lot of smaller Rohirric villages on their way to Isengard. Okay.
Quit your jabbering.
So this area, we are building there, constructing a building. Here on the other hand, we should be able to recruit troops now. We go for Urkai scouts, the different building. Steward of the White Hand. We go for troop buildings. I like that. Isengard, Smithy. Okay. The Ent has moved past both the Fangon Forest and Isengard itself. I don't know where they are going. Don't like the Ents.
Quit your
They are
jabbering.
OP. They are like trolls. Okay. They'll probably take any area they attack. Maybe not Isengard itself, but they will certainly take the Fangon fort or camp, I mean, and or the other camp, the Dunland camp. So we can move the diplomat somewhere. I think we will move down
Your
here.
honor. Your honor.
Okay, we'll end the turn. Ceasefire with the elves. Okay. End of turn report. Okay. Unlike in Medieval 2, the end of turn report is just the economy. Nothing about diplomacy and army strength and such. Richest faction. This nation is, yeah, we are rich, but that's because I cheated, okay. But it's more fun if we have money, so we can actually recruit something. Okay. I prefer not cheating, but in this mod I felt like I got bankrupted immediately. Okay. Let's see. Faction strength would be nice. Rankings. So we are down there. Gondor is way stronger. Overall, we'll check military. So Isengard is down here at 40,000 troops. Gondor is up here. They are fighting Mordor. Our enemy Rohan is not that much stronger than us. Should be able to handle them. Goblins are actually stronger than us and stronger than Rohan. Mordor is weaker than Gondor. Southrons or Harad the ones with the Numa kills, they the giant elephants, or elephants as they're known in Lord of the Rings books and lore, they are about as strong as I believe Rohan, yeah, slightly weaker. Then we have the Easterlings, Easterlings of Rune. They are also about as strong as Rohan, slightly stronger. Then we have the Dwarves, they are weaker than Rune and Rohan, stronger than Isengard. We have Kingdom of Dale, they are the weakest faction yet. The Dunlendings, they are really weak, even weaker than Dale. We have the Galadrim, Lorien, they are the weakest Elven faction yet. They are stronger than, at least stronger than Dale and the Dunlendings. The Dunlendings used to be the weakest faction, I believe, in the original mod. And with the Sylvan Elves, they are actually weak. Only stronger than Dunland, I believe. Yeah, stronger than Dunland. Weaker than most others. And with the Older Elves, they are strongest Elven faction and pretty strong. They are up here somewhere. Okay, and then we have the Free Peoples. They are stronger than the others, than the Downlandings and the Alien faction, but they have Ents and such, so makes sense.
Listen up!
Okay, I think we're done here. Let's end the turn. So the Ents are going for the Dunland camp. Candidate for promotion. Let's accept. Got a new general in Isengard. Turn report. Recruitment report for new Urkai scouts. Somewhere. Guinea actually. We can recruit more troops, but we have no money there. Okay, we can't recruit, they probably are out of recruitment slots for now. I think we have money. Okay. Here we can not recruit anything. We'll ignore Helm's Deep and move for this area. To Fallberg. Ents are here. Heavy cavalry. Can move.
Awaiting your command, Your Honor.
Wormtongue. Here we have Captain Radsag. The goblins. They are planning to attack the elves. Okay. Some news. Patch blocked, okay. Let's end the turn. Finally the army can attack.
Listen up! Slay them all!
Fallberg.
No mercy!
Maintain the siege. They want to move other stuff first.
Can I be of service?
Move the
Without
agent. Rima Wormtongue diplomat. And I want to check constructions. Need to build something in Isengard. Okay. Surface mines will give economy. We'll build that. And we can go for a steward of the White Hand, or we can upgrade missile attack +1, heavy attack +1, light attack +1. Go for heavy attack +1. We shouldn't build it yet, because we're still constructing. Go for another unit of Urkai scouts there. Here too. Here we can have build. Steward of the White Hand. Public order will be increased. Isengard Smithy. We'll go for that so we can get troops. Isengard itself, we are go for mines. I changed my mind. We want troop buildings first. Isengard. And we can attack now. We check the events too. Town report, construction report, recruitment report. We can attack the Foldberg, which we will do. We'll save the game for the battle, in case it crashes. We'll go to settings, graphic settings, and change the UI to small, so that fits better in battle. You don't want a large UI. Army strength ratio. Victory is almost a certainty. Okay, the enemy is actually an important character. Faction Heir. Prince Theodred of Rohan, Theoden's son. 2 units. He was killed by Isengard in the movie. The 2 towers. You have a large army. Will fight the battle on the battle map. Kill off the heir of Rohan. We'll pause the recording here. Alright, we're back in the battle.
Victory is at hand. That time will be short.
Alright. The Foldberg is another village for Rohan. Start deployment. They're once again controlling General Mauher of Isengard and the Uruk-hai army. Currently they are about 2,000 strong. More, 2,500, something like that. You need like 5 armies to have the same strength as in the movies, 10,000. We'll check the numbers before the next battle, or at the end of the battle. You can usually read the numbers there. You want an army of 10,000 Uruk-hai, like in the movies, before attacking Helm's Deep. Boost formation with the siege bow. You can also place the siege bow over here. They don't have to march a lot, fuck. Oof. I did a mistake again with that Bandicam tool. I believe that Bandicam is on the other computer or something. So that's why it happens, as I'm streaming that computer to Steam. I am logged in on my Steam account on both computers and stream the game. It's running on a Windows 10, but it's played on a Windows 7. And I believe Bandicam is causing the tab outs. And I fixed Bandicam on this computer, so that means it must be on the other computer. That's the only thing I can think of. Otherwise, somehow it's still a problem on this computer. Anyway, let's start the battle. Crossbowmen should be in loose formation too.
To your place after you arrive.
Shouldn't be in. I clicked wrongly. They are in loose formation. Okay. The siege bow. Their fire at will on.
Fire at will.
I think they will be able to reach the enemy village from here. They have fire at will on. Maybe not. Enemy has troops here. I like this overview, so you can easily see where they are. Okay. I bought Rome Remastered and was really disappointed that it didn't work on my gaming computer Windows 7. But then I found out I could stream it from the other computer and it still looks this good. So now I can play it. I didn't waste my money on the game. I believe I bought it last year because I wanted to play this mod. Of course the Total War 1942 mod would be cool too, but the Egox would need to finish all the factions, not just Germany, and would need to make a campaign. The problem is he said he will do a smaller campaign, so it will take ages until the World War II campaign is ready. But also it's a problem to keep mods stable, so we never know if it will actually work at the end of the day. I mean the 2.0 version failed to work. I mean it crashed a lot in the campaign. That's why I was forced to play the sub mod. Okay. I would have wanted to play the new version with Berlin and Paris and such. I mean, I moved over everything I could move over to the stable version, but I can't move over cities. So still sucks that we don't have the cities. Okay. The siege bow. Could attack their buildings.
Back on the menu, boys. Hurricane!
Have to move a little bit closer. See. So the horn with Mauer. Kind of weird to look at the same models as in the old game and see them in this beautiful graphical quality, fidelity. I like it. Feels like a modern game, but an old game at the same time. I also had a Roman campaign in a different mod. They only did one video of. It's a mod that added 1 million different factions to the map. But since then there have been a lot of more interesting mods that have come out, including one that has like a huge map instead. It feels very realistic. I might start a campaign there instead. I like many factions, but I also like many regions. Realistic mods. Alright, Turkai, fire! So these guys started to bomb their building. Ordered them to bomb a specific building. Hit the ballista. This building, it's a custom building. The light attack +1, it gives their troops recruited here +1 attack. Custom buildings look way better too. In the remastered version. I read there was one setback with remaster, and that was that the historical battles couldn't be ported because they would crash, because unlike Rome Total War Rome Remastered didn't have an editor for the historical battles following with the game. So they for some reason crashed in the remaster but didn't crash in the original game. So that's the only setback, that historical battles didn't work as well. Everything else seemed to work in the remaster, and there are a lot of improvements. There are no limits to how many regions you can have on a map. There are no limits to how many factions you can have, or to how many units you can have. Well, in the original game and in all mods for the original game, there is a 200 region limit. You can't have more than 200 regions. And then the mod that added more regions had like over 700 regions. And then as for factions, there is no limit here. I believe the mod I had tried last year had like 200 factions. The whole game you could only have 21 in Rome Total War and its mods. In Medieval 2 that was increased to 31 with 10 factions. Here you have no limit. And the unit limit in Rome Total War was 200, I believe. And in Medieval 2 500, increased to 300. Well, the mount limit was, I believe, 99 in both games and all the mods for them. But in the remaster there is no limit. You can have unlimited units, regions and factions. So yeah, this has way more potential when it comes to modding than the older games. And I really like the look of these guys. Yeah, the dark skin looked better. The actors of the Urkai were black people after all. So it makes sense that they have a dark skin, not a blue one. But anyway. Let's see here. One thing the Eggwax did very well was all the humans and such. The new faces and such. I never liked the humans of the original mod. I didn't like the free people units and the Rohan basic units. I liked the heavily armored units, but not the basic ones. They looked ugly, but they were good for Rome, but they looked ugly compared to Medieval 2. But now with these improved heads and bodies and such, they look great. I mean, these even look better than Medieval 2 in terms of their heads and details. While the old ones look certainly worse. the armored ones looked cool. Just like these guys. Might be wrong, there is no female unit in this mod, but Eowyn has a unit. I believe all the units in her unit are men, I believe, except her character. I believe Mary is also part of that unit. So you have like Mary and Eowyn in the same unit. It's Eowyn that is the unit, and Mary is an officer in the unit, and then the rest of the unit are a bunch of male Rohirrim Medusade guards, one of the best units in Rohan's army. I believe it's the best infantry. But I don't believe, I don't remember if in the original mod I believe they were infantry, the best infantry of Rohan, but in this remaster they might be cavalry instead of infantry, I don't know. This mod should have Gollum too. At least the original mod had a... He is a slave rebel unit you can kill to get a ring. If you play the good factions, you should kill him to get a ring. If you play the evil factions, you should kill Frodo instead. So he's not really playable. In custom battle you could probably play as him if you enable the slave faction or rebel faction. The unknown faction in this mod. Yeah, could easily be modded to be playable. He could be in the same faction as Frodo. 3 people is very bad, or that would break the story of the movies. My favorite character in the movies and in the books were Gollum, you know. Then in games I liked Isengard the most as the nation with armies. So out of the nations I liked Isengard the most, but out of the characters I liked Gollum the most. Okay. It's time to send in troops, I think. For some reason the siege bow... Are they firing? Yeah, they are firing. Good. Continue to fire. One thing I think seems to be missing here is fire on the buildings. You can see that they are destroyed and turn into rubble, but in the original mod and the Rome Total War, I believe they burned to the ground. So when you hit them, they started to burn. And then when you hit them again, they got more destroyed, and the fire continued until the entire building had burnt up. Here I think they are destroyed, but you do not have any fire. So if that's the case, I wish they will add fire burning to the buildings so that you can see them burn up. That's part of the fun when destroying the buildings, to see them burn, you know. And the smoke rise from the buildings, such it feels like you are really laying waste to this settlement. And with Isengard and Mordor it's extra fun. Without the burning and smoke it doesn't look as cool. But I don't know, maybe I just didn't see them burn. Yeah, that's certainly one thing I enjoyed in the original, that the buildings catched fire when hit and burned to the ground, and you had like smoke rising and such. It felt like the settlement was really being destroyed by the attacker, invader. Here it seems they are, but on the other hand they are using a ballista. That might be why. You are destroying the buildings with ballista, not setting it on fire. If you use the catapult and have flaming ammo on, then they might catch fire. So it might be because we do not have a flaming boulder here. We need to use the catapult to set them on fire. Okay. Anyway, we will send forth crossbowmen now. No, we will send forth spearmen. That's vanguards. They look almost the same on the card. Need to be careful not to select the vanguards. The pikemen, of course. Spearmen. Not vanguard. Spearmen. 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 Then we can group them. And then it's time to attack, because I've spoken a lot here. Could have been done with this battle for a long time now. Then we'll send forth the crossbowmen too, against any infantry they have. They have a unit of spearmen and a unit of archers, I believe. The spearmen with shields. Here's an archer unit, let's attack it with the crossbowmen. Right, now we can look out for their faction Theodred. This is Theodred in the mod. It looks fine. Can't zoom in any more than this. They sadly disappear in Medieval 2 when you zoom in, they don't disappear like this. So you can zoom in very, very close, but here they just disappear if you zoom in too close. Okay. Fuck, this happened again. Okay, the troops are moving forward. And I love that it doesn't lag and that we have these great visuals. I'm certainly not gonna play the original if I can play this one. If that crashes. The only exception is those factions with great civilian models. Because I like the roleplay of taking an area as the elves and then looking in the civilian view and see the civilian females walking around and the troops patrolling and such. It's not as fun if you don't have them in the game. But with Isengard it doesn't matter because they have the same guys in that version. And with Isengard you only check to see the troops walk around. The elves maybe you want an actual civilian population. Same with the human civilians and the dwarven civilians. Even the evil humans like Rune and Harad. Like the orcs, doesn't make any sense to have civilians. There it makes sense to have troops walking around. Okay. They're moving forward there. Archers, Royer and Bowmen. Look much better in this mod. Clearly a visual upgrade. Everyone look better here. Lorien faction looked great on the pictures they go exposted during the summer of 2022. I would probably want to play Lorien in this mod too. I hope the civilians can be added. Then I would play Rune too. They had great civilians and great troops. It would be really immersive. Let's focus on Isengard now first. They are my favorite faction in Lord of the Rings. Ever since playing Battle of Middle-earth back in 2004, 2005, 2006 and 2007. I believe I stopped playing it around 2007. Played all the games. Battle of Middle-earth 2 and the Rise of the Wind King expansion. Finished all of them. But the first one were my favorite. That's the one I bought 2 times in order to play LAN with others. Right, so the Uruk-hai spearman has reached the cavalry of Rohan. Okay. He killed Theodred. Prince Theodred fell in battle. Theodred. I don't like that the UI is so small in like this. I prefer when they showed up in the middle, like in the whole game, those events. So there's certain things that I miss in the old UI, like the enemy general fallen, for example, and a big picture in the middle of the screen. Okay. But this is much more immersive in terms of battles. It'll be about as immersive as playing with the third-person mod in Third Age. The only benefit with Third Age will be to move around with the general in third person. It'll be more like a role-playing campaign. There you are the general. Here you are not the general. Here you are the army. Command the army from above. Well, in Medieval 2 you can actually roleplay as the general and become the character. I mean, the generals are still here, but you can't control them directly. They might die together with the unit, like in the original game. They moved away and then charged. The animations for the horses are so much better here. Horses look really outdated in the original game. Right, they fled to the plaza where they will regain their morale. This game works exactly like Medieval 2 in that sense. I don't know why my crossbowmen are not firing back. Make sure to fire at those bowmen. Maybe they were firing. Yeah, look at these guys. The dark skin color just looks so much more badass. Anyway. The AI were better at using the crossbows in the remaster, that's for sure. In the vanilla game they always enter melee unless controlled by the player. So Dago Exeriano supported the Lord of the Rings to War to the War Remastered alone. He got some help, of course, by engaged Lord of the Rings fans and players that wanted to play test, and even some modders, but for the most part he did everything alone during from 2021 to 2022, I believe. Released the mod in the summer last year. The reason I didn't play it a lot last year was because I, as I said, never had the other computer on, and I need to have that on to play it, as I'm streaming it on that computer. So I've been using a different computer most of the time, played Medieval 2 and other games. Now I have both computers on, so I thought I should play this, and I really enjoy it, so I will I can guarantee I will continue until it can't be played anymore because of a crash or something, or until I'm finished. I mean, with the Isengard-campaign for the old game, it used to be super stable in 2013, but now it crashes after each and every battle, so I had no choice but to end the campaign. I don't want to deal with winning battles and then having crashes every battle after winning. And it crashed even after replaying most of the time. Maybe you could replay it after starting and win and then not have a crash, but then it crashed on the second battle. So it was too often. So as long as the crashes are not too often, if they don't occur too often and I can enjoy the game like I do now, I will continue until the campaign is finished. Always wanted to do a very high Isengard-campaign in this mod. I used to do it in the original Third Age of War with the Moss sub-mod and such. I had come pretty far in it. I never finished it, but I had come pretty far. Pikemen and Spearmen are doing a good job killing off the Rohirrim here. I mean, the Rohirrim are probably the horsemen, but the dismounted Rohirrim troops. I mean, these guys are the Rohirrim militia, they suck. They still look good in this mod. I wouldn't want to be them against heavily armored Isengard troops. They will die. One thing I like with Rome is that when you take the plaza, the banners change from the defender to the attacker. And if you are more than one faction attacking, they will have split banners, so they will share. The faction the players playing will have the main banner, and the other smaller ones will be of every allied power. In Medieval 2 instead you have the enemy banners in the center and they never change unless you have taken the settlement and start a new battle. Then they will have always the defender, the banners of the defender. They will never change to the attacker like in this game and in the original Run to the War. They should change when we have killed these guys, or maybe even sooner. Banner should change. The banner of the White Hand. Same banner as our troops. Try to fire them with the crossbowmen too. Kill one of them there, another one. Want to see the banner change here. Only one guy left. Fell down, but he didn't die. He died. Look there. Change the banner to the banner of the White Hand. Good job, Urkai. One is really bloody. Okay, we're done. So in this mod, by the way, I hear that if you do not want it to crash, you should wait a few minutes here before clicking on the button to return to the map. Okay, so Mauhur had soldiers deployed 1323, casualties inflicted 132, soldiers remaining 1157. So we only have 1000, but I believe we had maybe 1500 to 2000 in the beginning. We've been in a few battles now with this army, so we have lost a few troops. Prince Theodred of Rohan had 133 men, lost 190, killed 195 of our troops, so killed about 200 of our troops, and 0 remaining of his troops. Here we can see the details of the Rohan army, the experience they gained, casualties sustained, and such. In the original game, I believe we couldn't check the stats of the enemy army, only the allied armies could be checked. We could see what our troops had done, but we couldn't see what the enemy troops had done. That's an improvement here too. Okay, so the game might crash when I click to return to the map. I don't want to lose the battle. I don't want to lose 5 minutes of my recording. So thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this episode. We will continue with this mod. I enjoy it. It's just as fun as the original mod for Rome to the War, and it looks a million times better and has some improvements. Certain UI decisions like the splash screens when you kill the enemy general and such might have been better in the original, because they were bigger and in the middle of the screen, which I liked, and automatically showed up. Here they are on the side of the screen and very small. You can probably increase it by the size by making the entire UI bigger, but what I mean is I prefer how it worked in the old game when it came to the messages during battle, but otherwise I think this is a huge improvement. Okay, thanks for watching and see you in the next episode. We will continue with this campaign for sure. Bye.